let's see what they did to you. Level 1, expertise. Level 6, you get 2 more expertise. That's not new. Level 1, you get sneak attack. I don't think any of that has changed. Skimming through. Level 1, you get thieves can't. You also get another language of your choice. That's new. And you get weapon mastery. I love weapon mastery. I'll make it. I'll go through the weapon masteries in a different video. Level 2, you can dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. Not new. Level 3, you get the Tasha's feature, steady aim, to give yourself advantage on your next attack roll this turn, so that you can use your sneak attack. You can only use it if you haven't moved, and after you use it, your speed is 0. At level 5, you get Cunning Strike. When you deal sneak attack damage, you add one of the following effects. If it has a die cost, each effect has a die cost, and that lowers your sneak attack damage, but you get the extra effects. I do like trading damage for extra effects depending on the situation. You remove the die before rolling, so you can't be like, oh, this is a 1, let me remove that one. And the effect occurs immediately after the attack's damage is dealt. If it requires a saving throw, you use dexterity. Your options at this level are poison. So you reduce by 1d6. Can you do multiple? Oh yeah, no, just one. So for 1d6 less damage, the target makes a con save, or be poisoned for 1 minute, and it can repeat the save. But to use this effect, you must have a poisoner's kit on your person. Do they get the poisoner's kit? Starting equipment. No. They don't get a poisoner's kit. So you have to go and buy a poisoner's kit if you want to use that. Which, if you take the starting equipment, you have 8 gold left over. Let's see what the poisoner's kit costs. 50 gold pieces. So if you don't take any equipment, then you can spend half of your money to get the poisoner's kit so that you can use this ability. That sucks. I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like that. Nah. That sucks. Moving on. 1d6 to trip, dex save, or they're knocked prone, or withdraw. You can move half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. You could probably just disengage and move anyway, so I don't know about that. Trip is probably the only one that I would consider using unless I was really pressed for action economy and I wanted to withdraw. Would not use poison really unless I could save up enough money and had enough that it's like, oh, I bought everything I need, I have 50 gold left over, okay, let me buy a poisoner's kit so I can use this. But that sucks. At level 5, you need 50 spare gold to just throw for a poisoner's kit. Okay, I guess. Just hope your GM is nice about giving out gold, I guess. Level 5, Uncanny Dodge. If you're hit with an attack roll, take a reaction to have the attack's damage against you. That's not new. Evasion, not new. Reliable Talent is at level 7 instead of level 11. That's nice. I like that for some of my skill builds, which I'll undoubtedly be releasing at some point. And also works for your tool proficiencies, so that's nice as well. That's a solid buff. The d20 roll of if it's 9 or lower, you treat it as 10. At level 11, you can do 2 cunning strikes. Okay. At level 14, you get more Cunning Strike options. You can daze. Target must succeed on a con save. On its next turn, it can only move or take an action or a bonus action. That's good. I do like that. I like that. For 6d6, you can knock out, succeed on a con save, or it's unconscious. If you're not trying to kill it, I guess that's good. That's situational, but I would use that. The unconscious target repeats the save at the end of its turn, ending the effect on itself on its... Okay. Well, that line just undid what I just said, because I feel like I would use it for role-playing use. Like, oh, I'm going to knock you unconscious so that we can drag you to an unknown location and interrogate you. But if you get to repeat the save every 6 seconds, then maybe not. Maybe not. The last one is Obscure. They make a dex save or they're blinded. Okay, that could be useful, I guess. Daze, definitely the best, and it costs the least. I think, yeah. Then Obscure, then Knockout. Level 15, Slippery Mind. You gain proficiency in Wisdom and Charisma saves. I believe it was just Wisdom before, so the addition is nice. Level 18 is Elusive. No attacker can have advantage against you unless you're incapacitated. Don't think that's new. Level 19, Epic Boon. I'll talk about in a different video. Level 20, Stroke of Luck. If you fail a roll, you can turn the roll into a 20. And you get it back on a short or a long rest. I think it was just long rest before, so it's technically an improvement. Alright. Disappointed about that sneak attack stuff, honestly. Alright. Rogue subclasses, Arcane Trickster. I believe the restrictions were lifted on the schools of magic that you need to choose from, so a lot opened up for the Arcane Trickster. Or Arcane? Yeah, Arcane Trickster. Trickster. That's... I don't know what's going on with me tonight. But the Arcane Trickster gets access to a lot more wizard spells now. If you want me to talk about spells, let me know. It would be a different video. Alright. Level 3. When you cast Mage Hand, you can cast it as a bonus action, which is nice. I can't remember if that was that way before or not. And you can make the hand invisible. I believe that was that way before. You can control the hand as a bonus action, and through it you can make sleight of hand checks. I believe they took out the part about using thieves' tools. Interesting. Huh. Unless thieves' tools are now under sleight of hand checks. Let me click into that. Sleight of hand. No. Let's look at thieves' tools. Yeah. You can no longer disarm traps at a range as an Arcane Trickster. That's Trickster. I did it again. Ha! That's unfortunate. I don't like that. That's sad. Alright. If you're invisible when you cast a spell on a creature, it has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against the spell on the same turn. Versatile Trickster. You can distract targets with Mage Hand. When you use the trip option of your Cunning Strike on a creature, you can also use that option on another creature within 5 feet of the hand. That's nice. I did like trip. Let's say level 13. This feature used to give advantage if you were attacking a creature within range of the hand, so I don't know. Still good, but maybe not as good. Maybe they're balancing out because they opened up so many options with the spells. That has to be the reason. It has to be. Level 17 is Spell Thief. If someone casts a spell that targets you or you're in the area of effect, use your reaction. They make an intelligence save against your spell save DC, which is maybe not great. Historically, I feel like rogues that are arcane tricksters don't have like maxed out intelligence, but I don't know. There's just a lot of great options for rogues, and so maxing out your intelligence can be tough, at least in my experience. On a failed save, you negate the spell's effect against you and steal the knowledge of the spell if it's at least level 1 and of a level you can cast. It doesn't need to be a wizard spell. That's nice. For the next 8 hours, you have the spell prepared. The creature can't cast it for those 8 hours. And once you seal a spell, you can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. I feel like this is still kind of like a niche use. And you can only cast up to, what, level 4 spells, I believe? Yeah. So, not a ton of incredible options. Man. My boy, the Arcane Trickster. They made it so flexible, but made it less powerful, I would say. That's the trade-off. Darn. Alright, so the Assassin Rogue. After we get through these, I'm probably going to take a break here in just a minute. And just rest my voice, use the bathroom, stuff like that. At level 3, Assassinates. There have been buffs to this, so I'm excited about the Assassin. At level 3, you get advantage on initiative rolls. And during the first round of each combat, you have advantage against creatures that haven't taken a turn. And if your sneak attack hits during that round, it takes extra damage of the weapon's type equal to your rogue level. That's cool. So it's not an automatic crit, but that was pretty powerful. I think I'm okay with this trade-off. We'll see. Instant crits are, I don't know. There was a lot of shenanigans that would happen if you max out your damage and your initiative, but I like this. It's solid so far, I would say. You gain a Disguise kit and a Poisoner's kit, and you have proficiency with them. Hey, so cool. If you're playing an Assassin, then you might actually use the Poison feature of the Sneak Attack trade-off, whatever it's called, Cunning Strike. Alright. Exclusively good for Assassin Rogues, everyone. Great. Fun. Level 9, Infiltration Expertise. You are an expert at these things. You can mimic another person's speech. Not a creature, a person now. I think it was creature before. But also now it's speech, handwriting, or both. But you have to spend an hour studying them. That's unfortunate. That's a long time. You have to be super intentional about that. And then roving aim, your speed isn't reduced to 0 by using steady aim. That's nice. I do like that. That makes the Assassin a lot better. You can just give yourself advantage and still move. That does help. When you use the poison option of your Cunning Strike, the target also takes 2d6 poison damage whenever it fails a saving throw. And this damage ignores resistance to poison damage, which is one of the most resisted, or I think it is the most resisted damage type among monsters in D&D. Loving these improvements to the Assassin. The final feature is Death Strike. When you hit with Sneak Attack on the first round of combat, the target must succeed on a con save, or the attack's damage is doubled. With that wording, if it crits, it's doubled and then doubled again. Oh, well, the way that crits work now is a little bit different. You roll double the amount of dice rather than doubling the number on the dice. So that way crits maybe feel a little bit stronger. So doubling the damage is really nice here. That is a very assassin feeling sort of feature. Alright, and that brings us to the Soul Knife. You get your psionic power. Starts as a d6, goes up to d12. Alright, you regain 1 die when you finish a short rest, or all of them on a long rest. If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool that you are proficient with, you can roll a psionic energy die to add to the check, turning a failure into a success. And the die is only expended if the roll succeeds. I appreciate that. I don't like using my features on things that fail. Alright, Psychic Whispers. As a magic action, choose one or more creatures you can see up to your proficiency bonus. Roll a psionic energy die. For that many number of hours, you can speak telepathically with each other. No action required. Within 1 mile of each other. And a creature can end that connection at any time. The first use is free. Any other time, you expend the die. Level 3, you get Psychic Blades. Whenever you take the attack action or make an opportunity attack, which wasn't listed last time, so this is a nice buff. You can manifest a Psychic Blade in your free hand and attack with that blade. And it has the abilities here, as well as the mastery for it. The blade vanishes immediately after it hits or misses a target and leaves no mark if it deals damage. Oh, and for this mastery, it doesn't count against the number of properties you can use with Weapon Mastery, so you automatically get it. That's great. Love that. I was a little worried about that for a second. After you attack with this blade on your turn, you can make a melee or range attack with a second blade as a bonus action. If you have a free hand to create it, damage out of this one is 1d4 instead of 1d6. At level 9, you get Honing Strikes. If you miss with your attack with the Psychic Blade, roll an energy die. If it causes the attack to hit, the die is expended. Again, love that it's not expended on a miss. As a bonus action, you manifest a Psychic Blade, use a Psionic Energy die, throw the blade. It goes a number of feet away, equal to 10 times the number rolled, so minimum 10, maximum 60. And then you teleport to that space and the blade vanishes. A little bit of a gamble, not sure I like that, but hey, still beneficial. Next is the Psychic Veil. As a magic action, you are invisible for 1 hour or until you dismiss the effect. It ends early if you deal damage or if you force a creature to make a saving throw. That's cool. It doesn't have the same restrictions as the invisibility spell. I like that. And you get it once per long rest for free, or you can use an energy die to do that again. And at level 17, you can Rend Mind. When you use your Psychic Blades to deal sneak attack, you can force them to make a Wisdom save. If they fail, they are stunned for 1 minute, and they can repeat the save. You get it once for free, or you can use 3 dice to restore your use of it. So that's cool. I don't think much has changed here, but it was always a pretty solid subclass. I think the addition of the opportunity attack, and I think the invisibility here was buffed. That's nice. Some small increases, but noticeable. And that brings us to the last rogue subclass, the Thief. Alright, as a bonus action, you get Fast Hands. Make a sleight of hand check to pick a lock or disarm a trap with Thieves' Tools, or to pick a pocket. Use an object, take the utilize action, or take the magic action to use a magic item. Those are nice. Love that. Cool bonus action stuff. Lot of bonus action stuff, though, for the rogue. But that was always a problem. That's not exclusive to 2024. Okay, you get a climb speed, and your jumps use dexterity rather than strength. See, these like streamlined subclasses are really great. It's like a little bit of text that does a lot of beneficial things. That's what I like. Level 9, you get Supreme Sneak, so you get a Cunning Strike option, Stealth Attack, which costs 1d6 of your sneak attack damage. If you have the Hide Actions Invisible condition, this attack doesn't end that condition on you if you end the turn behind 3/4 cover or total cover. Okay, that's beneficial. You can maintain your hide. That is great. That is solid. I like that. That's cool. This is a Cunning Strike option worth taking. Yes, and worth using. You get them automatically, but worth using. Level 17, you use Magic Device. You can tune up to 4 magic items at once. That's nice. That's just 1 extra compared to everyone else. But hey, makes a difference. When you use a magic item property that uses charges, roll 1d6. On a 6, it doesn't expend the charge. Hey, that's cool. And you can use any spell scroll using Intelligence as your spellcasting ability. If the spell is a cantrip or a level 1 spell, you can cast it reliably. If the scroll contains a higher level spell, you make an Arcana check. Hey, good thing that you can get expertise. And DC is 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, you cast the spell from the scroll. On a failed check, the scroll disintegrates. Oh, that's unfortunate. But hey, you know, gotta gamble a little bit. You are a rogue. And finally, level 17, Thief's Reflexes. You are adept at laying ambushes and quickly escaping danger. You can take 2 turns during the first round of any combats. It's your normal initiative and initiative minus 10 for your second one. That, I believe, is not new, but I do like the additions here. The additions, the tweaks, I think the Thief got some benefit here. If there was any nerfs, I feel like it's not noticeable. So, next up, we're going to be talking about the Sorcerer.